I think it's a freshness thing. I've got some new ideas, as you can see in the manifesto, and I feel I can deliver them. I feel they're doable and achievable within the 1 year term. Nothing I propose is over ambitious, I don't think. I think everything is within the possibility, it's feasible, and that's why I think people should vote for me.
And Barry, why should someone vote for you over a candidate who maybe has fresh ideas or is a fresh set of eyes on things?
Yeah, I mean, I have experience. There's a lot of things that will be happening very quickly over the summer, and that could be potentially lost in crossover periods. So the new student hub, for example, the consultation with the architects and the final approval of drawings and stuff is happening between April and August. So if there was an element of trying to get up to speed over the summer, that could be lost, and it could have huge ramifications for literally decades of students.
Perfect. We'll go to Barry first this time. The student jobs website is something that has been mentioned in the past but has never actually been delivered. Why do you think that's the case, or what makes you think it can be
Honestly,
delivered?
it was in my manifesto last year, and it's my FYP. Like, I hadn't built it, exists. I was hoping to get it on live over the summer last year, but there was technical difficulty getting it onto the UCC website. But I have a third of my term left, regardless of whether or not I'm elected. I still have a third of my office left, and it will be live before I leave, regardless of whether I'm there next year or not. There, I haven't done it in a year.
Okay, perfect. I suppose, Carl, on the student jobs website, what would you bring to it, or if in a hypothetical situation it wasn't live by the time Barry's term ended, how would you go about making sure that it was live within your term?
Within my term?
Yep.
Well, as is stated in the manifesto, it is key priorities, one of 4 key priorities. I would do my utmost to make sure it's online. I would hopefully, as Barry says, it is in the works. I would expect to have it by the middle of my term at the very maximum. And it would basically be a link on the page. It would be updated and maintained weekly. It involve collaboration between local employers, myself, and then students who will check it. They're the end users. It's really down to the communication team between myself and the local employers within the 5 team that
Perfect.
Is a very good system. It was actually flagged on Twitter as well. Someone asked me, "Oh, it's not a self-imposed, you just use Eventbrite and install a plugin." You could, but what people don't realize is with Eventbrite you'll be creating singular individual events and then installing or adding plugin and throughout the year. What I would like to do, UCC Shop.ie has the resources to drive the sales ticket engine. It would involve an annual registration of students, quite similar to my student admin, and the reason for this would be for final years. We know, as regards art ball, end ball, etc., all the balls, there's always a pre-sale for final year students, yes? Maybe 7 AM in the morning in the student centre or wherever it is. We would have an online pre-sale. You would log in with your credentials, it would flag up that you're a final year student, therefore you can acquire tickets within the 7 AM to 9 AM time frame. And then from 9 AM onwards, we would say theoretically they would be open to everyone, first come, first served.
I suppose, Barry, kind of in relation to an online ticketing system, do you feel such an idea is viable? Do you feel it's a good idea?
Yeah, there's definitely potential there. I mean, I looked at it at the start of the year, and one of the things that was being talked about was forcing every society to sell the tickets through it would be the only way to make the money back. And obviously we can't do that. Societies are independent students' union, and so there's no way we can force them to use the system. There's also an issue with linking in with your student numbers and the fact that you're a final year, because when I looked into it, the Office of Corporate Legal Affairs and the University weren't willing to let a third-party application have access to their data to their back end. So there was no way for us to tell who was in final year and who wasn't in final year unless I registered. I'm first year and say I'm a final year, so I can get the final year tickets. It's something I have done the work on. I have looked into it. It is a great idea. I'm just working with UCC Shop.ie, another company called Ticketsolve.ie, who are integrated into other colleges around Ireland. I talk to other students' unions throughout Ireland. Some of them use it, some of them don't, but the ones that use it say it works very well when you can get that link in with the student data, with the student backend, because you can analyse then the trends. You can see who's buying it, what courses are buying, what courses aren't buying, where you can target advertising. It's a great idea if you can do that, but it just wasn't feasible when I first did it.